Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. You know, just a few days ago, I did a video on Oklahoma City real estate market conditions, which I do on a regular basis, normally monthly. But I want to talk a little bit more about the United States market. I want to talk a little bit more investment, which is what I do 100% of my time. I do have specialists that do other things for you if you're looking to buy a home for yourself or sell your home. What I love to do is investment. I was on the webinar the other day, and we were looking at some statistics about real estate sales in the United States, and this is what I really want to talk about. You know, the amount of cash buyers are down. And I say that a little bit with a smile on my face because right now, at the end of last year, it was still at 34.8% of all real estate sales in the United States were cash sales. Now, you know, I can see back in 2008, 2009, 2010, where cash sales were even bigger. In other words, 50, 60, in some cases 70% in the United States, because for a long time there, lenders weren't lending to people. You could have a 740 credit score, and they were figuring a way of not loaning you the money, and so cash ruled. And investors ruled because it was a foreclosure market in the United States, especially with corporate investors. Large corporate investors like the Blackstone Group, among others, were buying tens of thousands of foreclosed homes at 50% off. It was a heck of a sale. Now, one thing that we've seen going down a little bit, and that's why I think we are at 34.8%, is not only is there a greater access to credit, that it's really easing up tremendously, especially in the last year to 2 years, but also those big corporate investors are pretty well have played out. Doesn't mean that they're not buying anymore. They are buying, but they're not buying in the quantities that they were before. And that's good news because, you know, at one time I was working with corporate buyers and it represented more than half of my sales in investment real estate. 60 in one year, it was 70%. Earlier on. And, you know, it's nice, but my job and my passion has always been working with individuals. That's been what I've done for 26 years. And in the last 10 years, I've just completely specialized in it. So that's what I love to do. I love to figure out what the difference is between having a good buy on the one hand in a home and having it as a good investment. And there really is a difference. And you need that education to understand why. Now, you know, the cash buyers, kind of back to that for a minute, they're always going to be there. You're going to have people that are going to be downsizing. They don't own anything on their home, and so they sell something at $500,000. They buy something at $250,000 cash because they're not paying any taxes on that $500,000 because of tax rules that you can kind of make $500,000 on a house as a married couple and not pay. And so we do have those kind of cash buyers. But again, the 34.8% really indicates that we still have a lot of cash in the market. Now, if you are an individual investor and you're not privileged to have a couple of $1 billion in your fund, I want you to know that we can help you. We have all sorts of financing, and in fact, we even have financing now that lets you go beyond Fannie Mae. Fannie Mae limits you to 10 properties. We can take you to 20. We have the access to 30-year loans that will allow you to do that. If you're a foreign national, we have access to loans for foreign nationals, first time since 2006. So we have the financing for people. And the most important thing with me is that you're dealing with an investment specialist. I'm going to give you information that maybe you've never seen before, you don't understand. You don't know what capitalization rate is. You don't know how internal rate of return is calculated. You're wondering, what does cash on cash mean? Well, not only am I going to calculate it, and I'm going to do it in a fair an unbiased way to give you the real deal, but I'm also going to explain it to you so that you understand it, so that you know what your return on investment is. So United States-wise, investors are still really helping to prop up this business. I hope it goes down just a little bit more in that respect. I believe this is a country based on home ownership, but the fun part is that in that home ownership, you may be creating wealth for yourself by investing in real estate. I'd love to show you how to do that by buying Oklahoma City homes for rent. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.